your eyes close.
Have you ever felt that your body is exhausted, but the real tiredness lives somewhere else, somewhere inside your mind? You lie down at night, your eyes close, but your thoughts refuse to stop. A mistake from the past replays itself. A word someone said still cuts deep, and a worry about tomorrow feels so real, as if it's already happening right now. If this is you, you are not alone.
But inside, there was no peace. He was always replaying old decisions.
Millions of people are fighting the same battle, not a battle in the world outside, but a war raging within their own minds. This is the story of one of them. This is the story of Marco. Marco's life looked fine from the outside. He had a home to live in, food on the table, a routine that kept moving, but inside there was no peace. He was always thinking, replaying old decisions he couldn't change, dreading futures that hadn't arrived yet. He believed that once all his problems were solved, peace would finally come. But every time one problem ended, two more appeared, and his mind grew more restless than ever. One day, exhausted and broken, Marco went to a wise man. He said,
I want peace. My mind does not go quiet.
Walk through the entire village.
Not even for a moment. The wise man listened in silence. Then he picked up a glass, filled it to the brim with water, and placed it in Marco's hands. He said,
Every step was careful. Every movement was present. Not one drop had fallen.
Marco walked. The path was not easy. The marketplace was loud. Children were running. People were everywhere. But Marco's eyes never left the glass. Every step, careful. Every movement, present. When he returned, the glass was still full. Not one drop had fallen. The wise man asked, Did you hear the noise of the marketplace? No. Did you hear the conversations around you? No. Were you thinking about your past mistakes? No. Were you worried about the future? No. Then the wise man said, Because your attention was completely in one place, and when your attention lives in the present, the noise inside your mind fades on its own. Marco went silent. For the first time he understood. The problem was never his thoughts. The problem was that he followed every single one of them. He believed every fear. He relived every memory. He carried every worry like a weight on his chest. That is why he was always tired. Modern psychology tells us the same thing. According to researchers, most human anxiety does not come from real, present danger. It comes from a mind that keeps traveling backward into regret or forward into fear. We suffer over things that have already passed. We dread things that haven't even happened yet. And in doing so, we miss the only moment that is real. This is what psychologists call mindfulness, anchoring your full attention to the present moment. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just now. Here, this breath, that glass of water was Marco's anchor. It pulled his mind into a single point, and in that single point, the storm stopped. You don't need to silence your thoughts. You only need to stop chasing them. But here, a deeper question rises. If peace comes from living in the present, what does the Quran say about this? Allah, the Most High, told us something over 1400 years ago, long before modern psychology had a name for it. Ala bi dhikrillah tatma'innu al-qulub. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. This is not simply a religious reminder. This is medicine for the restless mind. When you remember Allah, when you move the beads of your tasbih, when your lips whisper His name, your mind is drawn to a single point. Because when a person remembers Allah, they remember they are not alone. They remember that every detail of their life is within Allah's knowledge, and they find the certainty that whatever is unfolding with His wisdom. That single point of focus is where peace has always lived. And whoever places their trust in Allah, He is sufficient for them. Surah At-Talaq 65:3. The Quran teaches us a beautiful balance between effort and surrender. Do your best. Give what this moment asks of you. But do not exhaust yourself over results, because the future is in Allah's hands. And what rests in Allah's hands does not need to be carried in yours. Constantly worrying about what you cannot control does not protect you. It only weakens the heart. The past cannot be changed. The future has not yet come. Life exists only in this moment, and this moment is enough. Marco learned something that day that no one had told him before. Peace does not mean having no problems. Peace does not mean having all the answers. And it does not mean the future is guaranteed to be safe. Peace means surrendering your heart to Allah, keeping your attention in the present moment, and choosing to stop running after every thought that passes through your mind. You do not need to silence your thoughts. You only need to stop following them, because true stillness is not the absence of noise around you. True stillness is the absence of noise within you. So if you are tired of your own thoughts, if your mind never seems to stop, if you have been searching for peace and looking for it everywhere, perhaps you don't need to change your circumstances. Perhaps you only need to change where your attention rests. Remember Allah. Feel your breath. Come back to this moment. Tonight, whenever your mind begins to race, do one thing. Take 3 slow breaths and say Alhamdulillah. That is your glass of water. That is your present moment. That is the doorway to peace. And if these words touched something in you, share them with someone who needs peace today. Huwa alladhi anzala as-sakina fi qulubil mu'minin. He is the one who sent tranquility down into the hearts of the believers. Surah Al-Fath 48:4.